The digital audio workstation is a software, typically a software environment or application, which allows for the capture, synthesis, editing, processing, mixing, mastering, analysis, and exporting of digital audio files. The term digital audio workstation is commonly written as DAW. This can be pronounced as such, DAW, or as DAW. You will listen to me use both over the course of this week and throughout the semester, and at times also the longer digital audio workstation. Essentially, though, this is a class of applications, such as the one that we're going to be learning this week. This has been around, DAWs have been around since 1991 when DigiDesign introduced the first version of Pro Tools. And as a side note, Pro Tools is still an industry standard today, so they've had a long haul with it. We're not learning Pro Tools because I believe the cost structure of Avid's Pro Tools is a little bit too prohibitive for many of you who you may or may not continue to use these software programs after this semester. However, if you do find yourself moving down a long-term pathway involved with sound, I would encourage you at some point to learn Pro Tools. Anyway, what can you do with a DAW? Well, the most basic function of a DAW is to edit and process digital audio files. And we're going to talk about what a digital audio file is from a technical level later in the semester. More specifically, DAWs allow for the capture of digital audio files or live sound. This can be done through a microphone or through plugging a guitar or bass guitar directly into a DAW. And there's, of course, some steps in between that I am skipping over at a very high level right now. DAWs also can handle and support sound synthesis. Sound synthesis is the creation of sounds from nothing. Digital synthesis is essentially zeros and ones. You've heard the oft repeated term being put together to create sounds that could try to mimic real world sounds or may try to be unlike anything that's ever possible to be created in an analog world. Modern producers of electronic music or sound designers for movies and electronic games oftentimes will use synthesis as a way of creating sounds to create believability or support the visuals that are going on in these types of environments. And of course, electronic music uses sounds from all over. DAWs are also used for editing, essentially taking a digital audio file and splicing it up and putting it together in new ways, cutting out takes of audio that you don't want to keep, and creating a final time-based experience that represents the type of art or whatever it is you're capturing. DAWs can be used for mixing multiple sources or multiple digital audio files together. We might record something in one place, record something in another place, such as a vocal and a guitar, and want to mix those together such that they blend with each other in a natural kind of way. And of course, DAWs are used for exporting digital audio files because it would be of no use to us if we couldn't get what we had created out into some sort of useful format for other people to hear. Just an overview of DAWs.